Hi everyone. Hi Catherine. Hi Catherine. Hi Laura. Hi Kerry. Okay, so we'll start. We're 4 minutes in. Everyone else can play catch up. So, good evening everybody. And for those of you that don't know me, my name is Jenny Harris and I'm an Elite Orange Status presenter and I'm based right here in the UK. My Elite upline, exclusive upline, is Katie Thompson, and she is a Black Status Level 1 presenter. So you have me here in the UK. So it's great to meet you. Some of you may well be in Denise's leg. Denise, I sponsored. So you'll have Kerry, um, Emma, who's newly promoted to green, and you have Denise. So there's 3 greens in that leg. So that's where I fit in. Just to give you a little background on me, I started my unique journey on the 1st of October 2014. Am I really blinking? Am I quite blinking? On the 1st of October 2014, on the launch day in the UK. And prior to that, I was a police officer. I was a sergeant and I retired in November 2014. I'm married. I have 2 children. It's okay. I'm married. I have 2 children. I say 2 children, 2 teenagers, 2 teenage boys, 16 and 18. And I swear they are currently trying to kill me. They're both in the throes of exams, GCSEs and A-levels. So the stress level in my house is a little high like that. But the good thing is it's not going to last forever. So that's about me. And I have a dog called Oscar. He's a Doberman, brown Doberman, and he's 5 years old. So that's enough about me. Tonight's training call is about attraction marketing. Now, if you're like me, you come into the business and you keep hearing these words, attraction marketing, building relationships, and they don't really mean a huge amount to you. I decided that, do you know what? I've learned over the time that I've been in the business what attraction marketing is. But I didn't know when I first started. I had no idea. I've got no background in network marketing at all. Everything that I know now, I've learned whilst I've been here. Obviously, my previous life experience helps with communications and that kind of stuff. But in terms of the actual business, finding prospects, inviting prospects, presenting to prospects, those all skills I've learned since I've been unique. So I felt that it was time that we actually did some training. You get tasks on attraction marketing, but I didn't feel that we really understood what it meant. So I felt it was time that we delved a little bit into attraction marketing, because then when you understand what it is you're supposed to be doing and what it actually means, then you can implement, and it makes a bit more sense. So in order to do that, I've just quickly thrown together a PowerPoint this evening, and I'm going to share that with you via screen share. Now, I always get really scared when I do this because I'm not sure whether you can see it. So if somebody, I've got my phone here in front of me, if somebody will send me a quick message via Messenger just to let me know when I go into screen share that you can actually see my screen and my PowerPoint before I go any further. Will somebody do that for me? Will you just write in the chat box for me, please? Who's going to do that for me, just so that I know that I'm on the right tracks? Anybody? Somebody? Is anybody there? I know you're there because you've sent me messages. Am I talking to myself? Okay, thank you, Catherine. Okay, so I'm going to go into it now. Right. Does it tell me what else? So I'll just go for that one. Sure. Okay, can somebody message me? Catherine, can you message me to tell me if you can see that now? And what can you see? Brilliant, thank you. Okay, so this week's training then is with me and on attraction marketing. So what is attraction marketing? I tried to find a dictionary definition and I couldn't find one because I think it's kind of one of those things that's been made up over time and it's just talked about. So it's just become, that's the word that's been given to us. It's attraction marketing. We're marketing by attracting people. So what is attraction marketing? And is it nothing new? Traditional salespeople, it is nothing new, sorry. Traditional salespeople have been using this method since sales industry began. We use it in our everyday life. It's simply a way of communicating what is attractive to others, which resulting in sales, support, advice that's needed, or whatever else we want. So it's really quite simple in terms of what it actually is. In other words, we can make attraction marketing whatever we want it to fit. So that was quite refreshing when I read that. It made sense. It's really simple. It's not complicated. It doesn't have to be complicated. So when we talk about attraction marketing, just keep it simple. Okay, I can't get that to move. There we go. So attraction marketing online is done a little differently because you don't have the face-to-face encounter with people. And obviously, Unique is a social media based business. That's the business model, but it doesn't mean that you can't take your business offline. Okay, I do a lot of offline business, but I also use my social media platform, online. And what I will say to you is that social media is a way, it is not the only way. So whilst it's fantastic, it's great for creating awareness, it doesn't hurt sometimes if you have the time and you have the capacity to take your business offline. So in order to have the same level of persuasion, you must learn how to skillfully orchestrate your words to make the connection with your audience. Magnetic words have the ability to grab attention at the most subtle, subconscious level, and the reader doesn't really know they are being pulled into the content until they take action. Okay, so that sounds complicated, but it really isn't. All that is saying is that when we're doing it online, we really need to be talking to people using words that are going to pull them into what we want them to do, if that kind of makes sense. Okay, so now you understand the basic definition of attraction marketing. Let's examine the ABCs of it. Now, I've put this presentation together because, like I said, I felt it was something that was needed. There wasn't anything that I could see that was simple enough without getting overly complicated. I wanted to keep it really simple so that, whether you're brand new into Unique or you've been here a while, it simply makes sense, and it's something that you can then teach your team members, when you have these lots of ladies and some men joining you, you understand what it is and you can easily teach that to somebody else. Okay, so aligning, that's the A. Aligning your message with your audience in an authentic way. Now, that's really important, that we are authentic. When you know what you know how to convey it. When you're trying to sell something, if it comes across as fake, so you have to be authentic. Keep it real. The only way you can do this and have successfully persuade your audience is to be authentic and endorse only what you yourself have experienced. Now, people are smart. They can spot a con within seconds. So don't underestimate your target audience. So all that is saying is ensure that your message is delivered in an authentic way. You talk about something that you know something about, and that way you can endorse it. You have that experience. Belief. Okay, this is really, really important. If you do not believe in your products, if you do not believe in Unique, if you don't believe in your own success within the company, if you don't believe that Unique is going to be a company you can be successful in, or you don't believe in the products, you're going to struggle successfully conveying that message, a positive message, across to your audience. So your belief in the products has to be there. It has to be rock solid. It has to be 100%, because when people say no to you, you just move forward, thank them for the time, and keep moving, because your belief is so strong that nothing is going to sway you. That's how, you've got to be rock solid in that. Remember that your customer feels you are a person of quality, that they won't have any problem believing that what you represent is a quality product. Okay, so that's belief. You must have it. And communication and connecting in a consistent manner. Your audience wants to hear from you in a personable, direct way. Consistency implies a regular basis, but the key is setting a schedule in a way the audience expects to hear from you. So that bit there is where we talk about being consistent. So I post first thing in the morning, around between 7 and 8, depending on how hectic my house is. I then also post around 10 o'clock-ish. I might post more than 5 times, but I'm certainly going to be posting around those times. I post at lunchtime, I post mid-afternoon, and I post in the evening. So there may well be some variations in terms of, I might add a few more things in depending on what I'm doing through the day, but my consistency in terms of when I'm posting, and my audience knows that I'm going to be there. Okay, and that's what you need to do for yourself and for your business. So how do we use attraction marketing? Okay, who are you talking to? Now, I don't know if this is something that we've spoke about in the past, but one of the things that I learned right at the very beginning, which I've probably forgotten, was who are you talking to? Okay, what does your ideal customer look like? Now, we have products that we can sell to absolutely everybody across the board, which is fantastic. And yes, sell your products to everybody that asks for them. But it's quite difficult to market to everybody because it's so wide ranging. So when we say who are you talking to, what does your ideal customer look like? I forgot to put in there what does your ideal team member look like as well. But she could be 2 different people. But who is she? What does she look like? And this is, you've really got to sit down and think about this, because I'll tell you why this will really help with your marketing. When you're doing your posting, it will really help with your posting. So let's just go through it. What does she look like? Where does she live? What does she like to do? What does she like to do in her spare time? What are her inspirations and motivations? Where does she like to shop? What does she like to eat? Does she like to eat out? Does she like traveling? All these things will, when you sit down and think about them, and I mean really think about them, you will come up with, what do they call it? So I was going to say an effigy there, that's the wrong word. You come up with a, I can't think of the word now. But you'll come up with like a fictitious, what do they call them? A fictitious, anyway, person. But how old is she? Where does she live? Does she have children? Does she not have children? Has she got a career? Does she not have a career? Has she been successful in the past? All these things, have a think about. And then when you decide what your ideal customer and ideal team member looks like, so you can do it for both, then you can start to write your posts to that person. So you actually then start to talk to them on a level that they understand and that your message will be received. So I'll give you an example. For example, my ideal customer is aged anywhere, and it's quite a wide range, between 30 and 50. Okay, so she's anywhere between 30 and 50, and that's quite, 20 years, it's quite a big age thing, but anywhere between 30 and 50. She works, so she has a job, or she has previously had a job. So she's quite successful in terms of she's either had a career, quite career-minded. Her income, she has a good income because she doesn't mind spending money on herself. So she likes to go to the gym, she likes to eat out with her friends and hang out with friends. She's quite a sociable creature. She is married, she does have children, and she lives in a 3-4 bedroom detached house. She drives her own car and she likes to travel. Okay, and she has, when I say she has children, she has teenage children. So I can relate to her. Okay, but younger children are fine because obviously my children were young at one point. So when I'm writing my posts, you will notice, if you look at my posts, and you'll see that there is a style to my posts. Is my posts in the morning will always talk about it's not too late. It's never too late. Talk about, do something for yourself. Do something that your future self is going to thank you for. Do something that is going to make you better today than you were yesterday. So I'm talking to somebody who's thinking like me. She's getting to that point in her life. The children are getting slightly older. She is thinking, do you know what? In 3, 4, 5 years' time, they're going to be gone off to university or whatever. What am I going to do next? This can't be all I am here for. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to work till I drop dead. I don't want to do the juggling, going to work, somebody else tell me when I can have annual leave, that kind of thing. So I'm subliminally delivering this message on a daily basis, weaving it in to my posts, and trying to connect with her on that level where she's going to think, do you know what, I need more than this in my life. Do you know what I mean? So that's the person I want to join my team. But like I said, she could be anything between 30 and 50. Okay? So that's how I want to think about, but like I say, you can sell your products to anybody, but when you're talking to people, you need to be really purposeful in your posting. So you might be a young mom, and you might be talk to a young mom who could be thinking about, she doesn't want to go back to work after a maternity leave. Okay, and you might well be that person, and you've got that in common with her. So your posts could be talking about each morning, it's great waking up in the morning, not having to rush off to work, being able to play with my baby and not take them off to the childminder. So your posts could be talking like that on that level, and that woman who will be sitting at home, who might well be in 2, 3, 4, 5 months' time, be having to think about going back to work, your posts are talking to her. So then you could do a mid-morning post where you could say, it's amazing to be able to have this routine where my son or my daughter goes back to bed for a nap and I can work my business from home for a couple of hours. So you're talking to her again. That message is subliminally dripped fed into her subconscious. Then you could perhaps post a post, mid-afternoon, baby's woken up, you either popped out to do some shopping or meet a friend for a coffee, and you could be talking again, a little post. It's great to be able to meet up with my friend, not have to try and find space in the diary. I can plan this around my children and take my daughter with me or my son with me. Do you know what I mean? So that's the kind of thing. So who are you talking to? Your posts should be, that's what I'm trying to say to you. Be deliberate about what you're posting on Facebook. So when you're doing your post, think about, is this post talking to the person that I want to sell to or I want to join my team? Okay? Don't just throw your posts out there and hope that somebody's going to, you throw out the net and hope you're going to cast something and drag something back. Don't do that. Be deliberate. Be what's the word I'm thinking of? Be deliberate. Be proactive. Be proactive in your posting. Okay, so how do we get? I think my slides might be slightly out. I think I might have missed one. I don't know how to go back. Right, okay. So how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this attraction marketing? So videos and selfies, okay? Videos, selfies, posting, whatever social media platform you decide to use. I use Facebook because the people that I want to talk to hang out on Facebook. The people that are the age group that I want to be on, talk to, hang out on Facebook. There are other social media platforms, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, Snapchat. There's a whole load of platforms. But I know that my boys who are 16 and 18, they hang out on Snapchat. So if I was talking to 16, 18 20-year-olds up to 25-year-olds perhaps, I would go to Snapchat. The same with Instagram. The age demographic for Instagram is slightly different to the age demographic on Facebook. So again, pick your social media platform dependent on where you're going to find the audience that you want to talk to. I hope this is all making sense. I can't see the chat, so once this I'll finish going through the PowerPoint, I'll be able to get back to the chat. So if you have any questions, please write them down, and I can answer them at the end, because we've got a question and answer. I forgot to say this. We've got a question and answer session at the end, where I can answer any questions that you might have. Okay, so selfies. Here you'll probably know the three faces in the pictures. The picture obviously on the left is me. I'll say left. I don't know how you looking on your screen. On the left is me. That was a selfie that I posted. I had over 130 comments on this particular selfie. This was me at the end of gala night at convention last year in Chicago. That was my makeup that I'd had on since 6 o'clock that evening, and this was at 4 o'clock in the morning. And yes, my lip stain might have faded slightly, but I hadn't put anything else on my face from the minute I left at 6 o'clock in the evening. And it was really hot that evening, so I didn't want to put loads of makeup on, but I just wanted to make my features look better, and obviously make my skin look, as flawless as it possibly can. But my mascara hasn't shifted. That, like I said, I've got over 100 likes and comments on that particular picture. The one in the middle is our beautiful Sema, who's on the team. That is a fabulous selfie, displaying all the products, and looking fabulous. And the one on the right, if I think you can see, is obviously the beautiful Katie Thompson, my exclusive Black Status, and our whole company, Black Status One. And that's her demonstrating the 3D Fiber Lash Plus when it was launched last year. I think all of the Black Status presenters all got it first, so they were able to demonstrate and show us what was coming, and that's her picture wearing that product. But again, we're all demonstrating belief. We're all wearing unique products on our faces, so we're showing the world that we believe in the products, we believe in our company, and they in turn will believe that these products work. So the reason, the makeup market for darker skin tones like mine is really quite small. So again, I'm talking to an audience. They're showing the ladies of colour that not only do we have makeup and I wear it, and I'm confident in wearing it, but we have a range of skin tones, from the pale skin tone through to the darker skin tone, and that includes myself. So you wearing the products, showing them, takes the guesswork out of it. Does it work? Yes, they can see for themselves what it looks like on. And videos are great for tutorials, showing people how to apply the products, showing them, you live, real time, demonstrating the product. Whether you go live or do pre-recorded video, it really doesn't matter. The fact is, you're showing them that you're using the products, you love the products, you believe in the products. And we're talking about sharing, not trying to sell. People will buy, people love to buy, they want to buy, but they hate being sold to. Okay, so when we're doing our videos and our selfies and just showing and sharing and telling people how much we love our products, that is how you build your audience, that's how you build your credibility, and people will believe you. And they might not buy straight away, but if they see you consistently and that you're there and they can be relied upon and you're sharing, that if they want something, you are the first. What you want when you're doing your branding is that you are the first person when they think about Unique, or they think about your mascara or lip stain or whatever, they think about you first. You're the person that comes into their head. Okay, so let people into your life. So when we talk about, how else can we use attraction marketing? Let people into your life. Let them see what you're doing. Whether you're out shopping with your children, eating out, walking your dog. Whether you've started a new diet. Family, spending time with your family. Anything that your target audience will look at and be attracted to. I'll just quickly share a story with you. One of my lady that signed up, my new business partner, signed up on Monday, a lady called Asha. She's originally from Somalia, but she lives in Germany. She contacted me on Monday and said, I've been watching you for, I think it's 2 or 3 months, she said, and I love your posts on Facebook. you look like you're having fun, the products look amazing, your makeup always looks fantastic, I love the things that you say, and I love the way you run your business. Can I have some information because I want to join Unique? I'd never spoken to this woman before. She liked and commented on my posts, and I sent her a message to say, or thanked her for liking my post. But that was as much as the relationship, I was building a relationship with her, but I wasn't in her face, as in I wasn't bombarding her inbox with messages and things like that. We just was communicating on Facebook. She was liking my post, I was thanking her, that type of thing. So, and she joined the team. I spoke to her on Monday. I actually telephoned her rather than just send messages backwards and forwards. I telephoned her, and within 10 minutes of me talking to her on the phone, she said, "You've got me. How do I join? What do I need to do now?" So it's about being there. If she'd seen me once or twice and didn't see me again for another week or so, and then I popped up again, I wouldn't be consistent. But because I'm consistently there, doing my thing, not trying to sell anything, just doing what I'm doing and showing what I'm doing, showing my love of Unique and my life, that is how you attract people. Okay, so lifestyle posts. So let's talk about lifestyle posts. These are just a selection of old pictures. These aren't even new ones. These are pictures, most of these are from last year. Because I'm sat on my computer, most of my pictures are on my phone. I really do need to back them up and download them onto my computer. But these are just a few pictures of me from last year. So first of all, I am going to fly over to these, because these are pictures from convention from last year. And these girls I'd known for approximately 20 minutes when we took this first picture. And then this was us probably an hour later at the Navy Pier in Chicago. These are all Y sisters who I absolutely adore. We've become really good friends, and I'm really looking forward to catching up with them again at convention this year. These are just some ladies that I met, Angela and Sandra, that I've met whilst being in Unique. I met them at a networking event, and Sandra, the lady here, is a radio presenter, and some of you may know that I do a beauty slot on a local radio station once a month on a Tuesday. She was the lady that gave me the slot because I met her at a networking event. This is me here with my family and my husband. This is another networking event where we got there early because we had VIP seats, which was just fantastic. This was me last year for my 50th birthday in Monte Carlo with my friends, none of them are in Unique, but they all buy products from me. And we did a helicopter transfer from Nice down to Monte Carlo, which was fabulous. And this is me on holiday with my husband. But all of these posts, I have had hundreds of likes and comments on them, because what I should have done was copy the text that I added with this post. But the post was literally just something really simple, like, what a fabulous time I'm having, this is what I'm doing, and people like it and comment on the post. So post, let people see into your life. Let people see what you are like. Let people see you having fun. Nobody wants to see misery. Nobody wants to see negativity. Nobody wants to see it. Okay, and share your interests. What are you into? People want to see who you are. So if you're a mom with a baby, tell people and talk about your struggles. If you're having a baby that's teething and not sleeping, I'm not saying being negative, but just ask a question. Use that as opportunity to go onto your Facebook and say, anybody got any tips? So that's your engagement post. Anyone got any tips on how to write something? Anybody got any, even if you know the answer. So there is even if you know the answer, still ask the question, because somebody else might have a different answer to the one that you already have. So ask the question and get your engagement. If you're into fitness, into sports, or you're trying to lose weight, or whatever it might be, let people see. Let people talk about it on your Facebook page. I'm not saying war and peace. Just give people insight into things that they can relate to, things that they want to relate to, things that they see you doing that inspire and motivate them. There might be somebody who's on your Facebook page who wants to start running, and then they see you do it and think, oh, wow, if she can do it, do you know what? I'm going to pop the trainers on and I'm going to go out for a 5-minute walk or a 20-minute walk and work myself up to running. Particularly if you describe your journey, oh my goodness, that first day out for I walked for half an hour since having my baby. it was agony or whatever. Share that, and share that journey as you're building up, and say, 6 weeks later, I can't believe that I've just ran continuously for, a mile and a half. There'll be somebody on your page that will be attracted to. Plus, when you're adding new people to your page all the time, this stuff will appeal to somebody. So keep adding. Don't forget that you should be adding new people to your network every single day. If you've got kids, pets, whatever, talk about those. Let people see what you're doing. Okay, so some of the things that you can do. You hear me talk about this all the time. Post regularly, be consistent. Don't miss days. Even if you have to schedule just 3 posts. So say you're going away and you schedule 3 posts that you can then just share. Do that. Try and be as consistent as you possibly can, because out of sight, out of mind. Just remember that if people don't see you, they forget all about you. Give value. So, share hints, tips, tricks. Share. When I say share offers, it could be that you shop at Tesco's or Marks and Spencer's or wherever you shop. There are lots of other branded supermarkets out there. If they've got a special offer on and it's to do with Pampers nappies or baby wipes or any other brand, share that on your Facebook page. Share the bargains. If you went to one of the supermarkets and they've got buy one get one free offer on nappies, share that on your page. There'll be other mums on your page that might just want to know about that and haven't had the chance to go and seek for themselves, so you might spur them on. So give the people value, add value to their lives. Ask questions, answer questions. Even if somebody's already answered the question, you engage and answer that question as well on that post. Because when you start popping up into people's lives, they'll start noticing you, they'll come to your page, start liking and sharing the posts. Be motivational and inspiring. So, don't be Debbie Downer. Even if you're having a really rubbish day, and things aren't going great, even if you want to share something that is not really positive and upbeat, make sure there is a positive thing at the end of it. So if you're, you've had a sleepless night, baby's been up all night, share that and ask for tips. So don't just be miserable about it. Say, anybody got any ideas on? So you're sharing and you're engaging. And be the answer to the question before they even realise it. So when I talk about that, I'm talking about something like a lip stain, for argument's sake. Everyone that knows me knows I love lip stains. Someone who's getting married might want a lip stain that's going to stay on all day without, so she kisses a million people at a wedding without her lips being left on their face. That could be the answer to somebody's prayers and they don't know anything about it. So be the answer to the question before they even realise it. Okay, so what not to do on your social media? Don't post negativity on your social media. Don't just copy and paste somebody else's post. Don't do that. It's just not good. If you see somebody's post and you're really inspired by that post, by all means copy it, but tweak it and make it your own. Okay, just copy it, great, but tweak it and make it your own. Use language that you would use, but to deliver the same message, so it's authentic to you. Oh, don't post. Oh dear, I was getting tired there. Don't post spammy join my team post, buy my product post. Don't do that. It looks terrible, it sounds terrible, and it turns people off. If they come to your page and see posts like that, they will click straight off your page. And if your posts like that appear in their news feeds, don't be surprised if you're quickly unfriended. Okay? Don't tag people. I don't think there's anybody in my company that does this at all. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen it. But just train your teams, and because other people might see it and think, oh, I'll try that. No, please don't. Don't tag people into, I get tagged into posts, which makes me want to cry. I quickly untag myself, remove the tag where people tag you and 99 others into their product post or their join my team post. No, don't do that. It is awful. And it's not a good way to do business. And it's certainly not a good way to attract anybody to you. And also, don't add people to your VIP groups. It doesn't matter how fantastic and amazing they are and what amazing special offers you've got going on in them. Do not just add people to your group, and don't encourage people that are already into your groups to add 15, 20 people, and they'll get a lip stain or lip gloss or whatever, because if they add their friends and their friends didn't want to be in the group and did not give their permission to be in the group, you won't get any engagement. If anything, they'll turn off the notifications. You'll have these huge groups, and don't get me wrong, I've learned this the hard way, because the things I'm telling you now, the things that I've done in the past, I haven't tagged loads of people, but I have added people to my groups. I have offered giveaways to people to add 20 friends to my group, and then you find that people just don't engage. You have this huge group of people that don't talk to you because they didn't want to be there, and if they turn off the notifications, they'll never ever see your posts. So it's just a complete waste of your time. Have a group where people want to be there, they want to see your posts, even if it means you've got a smaller group. Have a group where people are going to engage with you and they're going to talk to you. So get their permission. So, once you've added all these new friends that you add every day, engage with them for a little while. Could be just 2 or 3 occasionally engage them, and then say to them, I have this amazing group, amazing whatever you call your group, there's a group, would it be okay to add you to it? If you like the look of it, I'd love you to stay. If it's not what you're looking for or doesn't add value to your life, please feel free to leave. No hard feelings. Okay? Do that. People are far more receptive. Most people say, yes, sure, no problem. In fact, I don't think I've ever, since I've started doing that, nobody has said no to me. And ones that I add actually engage and show up when I do live videos into my group and stuff like that. So, but I've learned the hard way. I've had to scrap my big group that I had, and I've started a much smaller group, which it's going to take me a long time to build it up to how I'd like it to be, but that's okay. I'm going to be around for a long time. I'm not going anywhere. So it's a marathon, not a sprint. And also, personal profile page should not look like an advertising board full of corporate pictures. So yes, there are times we need to use corporate pictures, particularly when something's about to be launched, i.e. the the sculpting trio that came out the other day. Before anyone could, got pictures of it themselves, we had some corporate pictures. Use those, that's absolutely fine, but make them your own. Put some pretty board around it or something, put your website on it or just put your name on it or something to make it your own, because what you don't want is to be copying and pasting and sharing the same old pictures, because that will land you up in the Facebook channel. And again, don't do it, it's just not worth the hassle. Okay, so have we got any questions? I'm going to stop sharing this screen now and come back to you in the box and see if this works. If you have any questions, oh dear. Oh, see, now I'm struggling. Okay, okay, I'm back. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, okay. Please tell me you could all hear me. Yes, you could. Right, okay. Oh, okay, right. There's loads and loads of questions, but obviously I couldn't see. Okay. I can't listen. Chapter 2. Okay, right, I'm back. So has anybody got any questions about attraction marketing? I've tried to keep it really simple so that it's not complicated, so we should really all be able to understand it. A lot of you are doing it already, but when you're doing something and you don't understand what's behind it, you're just doing it like a robot, aren't you? You're doing what you're told. Go and post this, go and post that, which is fine. But having a level of understanding behind what it is just helps. Okay, so there's nobody asking me any questions, so I don't have anything else to add. So I'm going to wrap it up. No. I think you can all hear me. And I know you can definitely see me because I'm here. Well done, Elizabeth, on selling your products today to the Mauritian lady. How exotic. Okay, well, it's not a problem if you have any questions. You might have made some notes, and if you don't have any questions or something comes to mind later on, oh, you're okay. Thank you, Catherine. You're welcome, Catherine. If you have any questions, if anything comes to mind later on when you've digested all the information, the PowerPoint is saved. So if anybody wants the PowerPoint for future training, that's absolutely fine. You can have it. I think that's it. Okay, so have a lovely evening. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your time. It is, like I say, all the time. It's really important to plug into training. It helps to keep you motivated. Like we say, one day of doing something, oh, I won't do anything today. 2 days turns into a week turns into a month turns into 90 days. You're about to deactivate, you start to panic. So tune into trainings when, I try to do them weekly. I know there hasn't been any proper training since Empower You because I have to admit I had so much stuff that I'd learned. I had to try and decipher it all myself. So anyway, I hope you found that useful. I hope you got some value. I hope you can take at least one thing, even if just one thing tonight that you can take into your business, then it's worthwhile. So have a wonderful evening. I love you all. Take care, and I'll see you all soon.